When you think of a teacher's main priority and job is to first educate and also safeguard children from any harm. So it's damning to think that a Swansea-based teacher whose name is Daniel Fuge was twisted enough to force boys into sending pictures of the worst kind. These were under 18s. These were 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds. Because Daniel, who was a teacher, knew what he was doing was wrong, Daniel took to social media, created fake profiles, and then portrayed himself as a 16-year-old teenage girl in order to trap and trick his victims, boys. The 38-year-old had enticed a 13-year-old boy to send videos, of course that being himself, carrying out certain acts. He then used his fake account posing as a 16-year-old female to entice a 14-year-old boy to send pictures of himself also. Now, because Daniel was so twisted, he sent the 14-year-old boy the video of what the 13-year-old had sent him. And to make matters worse, one of the victims, his phone was taken in school, and some of the school kids had opened his phone and found these images and videos. And let's just say his school life right there and then was over. The victims soon realised that the 16-year-old girl they believed they was talking to was not real, and this was a guy, a 38-year-old teacher, and he had leaked their photos and videos online. Daniel Fuge was reported to police, and when police investigated, police tried to trace Daniel. They found out that he was originally from Dorset and his dad lived in Wrexham. So Daniel was not at either address when the police attended. However, Daniel had left such devices as an iPad and laptop in the Wrexham address. They were confiscated by police, and it was said to have contained certain images categorised as Class C. Now, in court, the two boys' families said that the victims were left broken and suffering. Now, Daniel had left Dorset and was found to be working as a primary school teacher in Saudi Arabia of all countries. It was said that when Daniel Fuge was charged with the crime, he made the action of trying to put himself in front of a train and suffered a broken arm. Now, Daniel Fuge was jailed for 7 years for enticing a 13-year-old to 15-year-old and was jailed for a further 3 years for the same offence for the second victim. His defence team tried to say that there was no link between his crimes and any pupil that he taught in the Middle East, where he was teaching again. And simply put, that was probably because Daniel would have known if he tried to commit such a crime like that in Saudi Arabia of all places, his life would have been cut short. Does the crime match the sentence? Let me know. Stay safe.